Well, good morning everybody. We're here for another episode of our race diary. We're at Hawkstone Park for the penultimate round of the BSMA, Pico BSMA Championships. Normally not one of my favourite tracks, but my riding I'm really pleased with at the moment, so I'm on a bit of a high here coming in this weekend. I've got my arch enemy Kevin McCarthy that we normally battle with in the Service Championships if you follow my race diaries. He's come here as a wild card, so I should have some good fun battles with him. Also Robbie Howard. Now Robbie Howard, if you obviously been watching my race diaries earlier in the year, I don't know, I lost my mojo, I didn't want to ride, and I turned up at the previous round of the BSMA Championship Hawkstone. But Saturday I just rode around, I was right at the back, I just didn't want to, I was close to quitting. Anyway, Robbie's closed right down in me on the championship. He's throwing 3 points behind me. He's in 5th, I'm in 4th. I think Robbie's taking it really, really seriously. We're not long done our first race of the day. I jumped off the gate really well actually. I surprised myself for Hawkstone Park, but going into the first turn, the guy in front of me, he came across me and he just seemed to slam his anchors on and slow right down, and that was allowing them all to go round the outside. And I don't know what his game plan there was, but that cost a lot of places. So then we come round the second turn, there was somebody on the floor there, and so my good jump on the gate soon went pretty backwards. I'm pretty glad actually, because I found the track really, really hard. I think if I was a bit further up I'd have been getting into all sorts of trouble. So I settled into a pace that I felt comfortable with. All the jumps have got massive ruts on them already, and I was really surprised at that, being there were mainly a lot of youth riders here. I thought when we rode with the Service, mainly down to adults, but it seemed so soft. So we kept going, and then I saw Kevin had a bit of an off as well. He was on the floor. I can't remember where it was, but oh yeah, just before the sandpit come through there, so I gave him a little woo-hoo as I went past him. And as I say, I kept plodding on really, and I got two or three people in front of me, started closing on them, and I thought Robbie was behind me because I'd had a good start and I didn't see him. Obviously Robbie's only 4 points behind me in the championship coming in, and then all of a sudden I could see him. It was half a lap up in front as we were coming on to the last lap, and he must have been tiring really fast, because I caught him probably a few bike lengths behind him right at the end. So hopefully I can either get ahead of him, and it'll all be down to fitness between the two of us in this next one. I've come here, I've tried to be confident about it. I just don't get on with Hawkstone Park at all, and the nightmare continues for me. I'm having a rough time out there, but it is what it is. Let's see how we get on.
One pair of pants later.
Well, we've just done our race 2 here at Hawkstone Park, and God blimey, how many times have I got to pass a man and I still couldn't make it stick. Starting at the beginning, gate dropped. Here at Hawkstone Park it's a concrete pad, and there's a little bit of, I don't know, foot high little drop really. Anyway, I dropped off it, just went a little bit squirrely as I dropped off the pad. Nearly clipped the guy next to me, so that slowed me a little bit. Got going again up the start straight into the first turn, and Robbie, I could see Robbie, who obviously I'm battling for 4th in the championship. He was to the outside, he'd come across, he didn't know I was there, like he'd come across. But again, I don't know whether somebody stopped right in front of him, but he really hit the brakes hard. I nearly hit the back of him. And again, everybody went round the outside, and because we got a ship gate, people were down on the inside, so losing a lot of places off that, even though I'm getting out of the gate well. Down into the second turn, somebody had gone down again, I think, and a bit of moving around and trying to avoid people. Over the 2 jumps, down into the next turn, I could see Robbie had gone on the inside and he got hooked up with somebody. I thought, great, that's it, got past him. I thought, well, this will be the one, I'll get ahead of him. I forget where it was, I think it was possibly around the back by the sandpit. I must have lost that place with Robbie that many times, all through the race. I'd overtake him, then he'd overtake. I think it was just crazy. I was just like, I'd just get past him and then I'd make a silly mistake. I mean, some of my mistakes, I was literally feet off the pegs, hanging off the back of the bike. He'd come past me again and then get 3 or 4 bike lengths on me, and then I'd have to close back down on him, and then I'd overtake him again. Probably in the woods over the back, I'd probably my strongest point. That's where I'd really catch up on him. But he was on a lot of the lines I was, and because I was making mistakes, I didn't want to change my line too much, just in case we kind of, I don't know, threw it away. I was just basically wanted to keep it sunny side up, but even then, right going to the checkers, I could see, because Robbie was getting tired, I see him shake his hand the one time, and on the last lap I thought, I tried to make a move on the inside as we came down towards the checkers, but fair play to Robbie. If he overtakes me in this one, he probably may have done on points now, or it's very, very close, probably only a point between us. He deserved that one because I threw everything I had at him, and he kept coming back at me. So good racing, I'm enjoying it. Even though I'm not a fan of this track, I enjoyed that one. It was good. So that's it for today. We've got 2 more races tomorrow. Let's hope I can turn my luck around tomorrow. Well, we're 1 week away now from Hawkstone Park, the next round of the BSMA Nationals. Obviously I'm 4th in that championship at the minute because Chris Brown missed the previous round. Those who follow my race diary will know that when we did the previous round at Roxton, it's weird, I was talking to Gavin Young, it's a very strange sport, man, because it's just as mental as well as physical, and I'd completely lost my confidence and I didn't want to ride, and I turned up at Roxton even though it's one of my favourite tracks, and on the Saturday I just went through the motions. People I should be beating, I was just way in front of me. Robbie, who was behind me in the championship, coming out to chat with me, felt a little bit better on the Sunday, and I did enjoy it on the Sunday. So I think that was episode 7 or whatever it was. Since then we've done Farley Castle. Well, I went away on holiday and got my head straight a little bit, and I come back, did Farley Castle, and I really enjoyed Farley Castle. Kind of got my mojo back, started to fall back in love with the sport. Then we did Cullum last week, and I rode in the modern vets at the Twin Shock Championship. And again, I really enjoyed myself. I felt really comfortable, my confidence was back. I've clearing some of the tabletops there, which I hadn't really gone for in the last couple of years, and I'm getting out the gate well all of a sudden. It's hard to explain, so I'm feeling it again now. Anyway, we've had a weekend off from racing, so I've come to Apex, one of my favourite tracks. I'd initially planned to go to Fat Cats, but got a lot of work on. I didn't get to bed too late, well, too early last night. So I've got two sections in here. I was hoping to show you a good helmet camera of the new track layout, but if I just turn around now, the camera, you will see it is raining, and it looks like it's going to be very heavy rain very shortly. There's a lot blowing in. So anyway, but this week is what I'm going to try and get out of my BMX bike and get as much as I can. So I will probably drop down to 5th because Chris Brown will be back in the championship next week. But Robbie's only 3 points behind me. And alright, it doesn't sound much, we're battling for 5th, but it's still a bit of rivalry, and I want to beat him. So we'll be pulling out all the stops at Hawkstone Park. It's not my favourite track. I don't get on well with Hawkstone Park. It'll be an interesting episode, that will. But there you go. So we're pottering around at Apex today. Hopefully we'll be able to get you a bit of GoPro footage. If not, Steve, some sports images. I'll put some photos over the top of this and just show you before the rains came.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Well, just coming after race 3 here this weekend. I know I hate this, but I've just ridden like a kid. I had to stay in front of Robbie this weekend. I don't know what to stay in front. I overtook him 6 times in one race yesterday. Today I got ahead of him on the start, stalled it, I've toppled over, stalled it, toppled over. Riding like an absolute bellend. What a shit. I'll show you some of the highlights of the footage and you can have a look at just what a frigging prick I'm riding like. And it's just like, so I'm doing all the hard work, I catch right up, I get on him again, I stall it, I'm miles back, I catch right up, I topple over. Talk about pissed off. Oh well. Serves me right for riding like a dickhead. Still one more to go. Well, that wraps it up for this weekend here at Hawkstone Park. Just done the trophy presentation. I did my last race out here today as well. Obviously Robbie beat me in the other 3. And I came in a bad mood probably after the other one because I just made so many mistakes. Anyway, gate dropped on this one, went squarely off the gate straight away and lost a lot of places. Then tried to swing around into the middle of the pack off the second turn. Then got into another couple of incidents. I think I was ahead at Robbie at that point, so I was feeling a little bit confident. Then I think I made a mistake and he come past me and I was like, oh, I don't believe this. Here we go again. Anyway, I was right on top of him and coming down the hill over the far side, just dropping down into that hill, the bottom of that hill, just, I don't know, I've loads of idiotic mistakes this weekend. Stalled it again, frantically trying to get it down the gearbox to get it to start on the electric starter. It wouldn't start, trying to find neutral at the bottom, it wasn't going to go at all, and Robbie was way gone, and I was just like, I just kind of resigned myself to just ride around and ride the track then. I thought he was going to have another, beat me hands down again in another one, and obviously lost a lot of valuable points to him. Anyway, I got going and I just settled into a groove and rode my own pace and whatever at the track, and rode the track. And I wish I'd have done that all weekend, because I caught up Robbie very easily. I think Robbie was struggling with his arms and tired anyway, and I got past him and I pulled away quite a bit. But obviously, because all weekend I've been passing him, making a mistake, been behind him and constantly catching him and whatever, and it's just been down to me really. Bad riding by me, and riding tight and not really getting my act together. But it's gone all right now for the last one. We've got one more round. Fingers crossed the weather will be okay, and I've really got to get my shit together for that one. But it's been a good week. I mean, Hawkstone's not one of my favourite tracks. It's a tough track. I mean, we're out there riding with a lot of riders. Some of them are former pro riders and championship riders, and for somebody who's just club level rider like I've ever been, it's a tough track. And to be trying to race around there and keep it upright, the ruts are gnarly. It's a tough, but I enjoy the banter, and it's a good crack, and it's about racing your mates further down the field, and it's been good. And the BSMA has done an excellent job as well running this weekend. And I'll tell you what, the auto riders, if you watch the actual race report, unbelievable how they've got around here. I mean, it has been brutal conditions, and sometimes you can just see the tops of the helmets above the ruts. But all in all, really good weekend, and roll on the final round.